There is a truth that most people avoid because it makes them uncomfortable. It is a truth that many never want to admit because it exposes their weaknesses, their excuses, and the reality of their own life. The truth is this: life becomes easier when you have money. Not because money buys happiness, but because money buys freedom. Freedom to choose. Freedom to move. Freedom to say no. Freedom to walk away from what is hurting you. Freedom to create the life you want. People say, money isn't everything. Yes, that is true. Money is not everything. But lack of money takes away nearly everything. Your peace, your focus, your dreams, your time, your choices, and sometimes your dignity. When you don't have money, you cannot think about your future. You can only think about survival. But when you have money, you can finally think about your purpose, your goals, your growth, and your contribution to the world. If you look around, you will see something very clear. The world respects the person who controls their time. And the person who controls their time is usually the one who controls their money. You cannot have a free life without financial strength. You cannot build your dream while drowning in debt. You cannot have peace when every month you are fighting bills. You cannot focus when your mind is stressed about money. So today, on English Achieve, this video will teach you 9 powerful lessons you must understand about money. Lessons that will change your thinking, your work ethic, your relationship with wealth, and your entire future. These lessons are simple, but they are not easy. They require discipline. They require courage. They require sacrifice. But if you follow them, your life will change. Because when you change your relationship with money, you change your relationship with life. Let us begin. Lesson 1. Money buys freedom, not happiness. Most people grow up hearing the idea that money doesn't matter, as if money is something dirty, something selfish, or something only greedy people care about. You hear this from parents, teachers, relatives, and society. But think carefully for a moment. Who usually says this sentence? It is almost never the people who have money. It is usually the people who don't have money. The people who once had dreams but gave up on them. The people who accepted a small life and now want you to accept the same. When someone feels insecure about their own choices, they want you to make similar choices so they don't feel alone. So they spread the idea that ambition is dangerous, that wanting more is wrong, or that dreaming big is unrealistic. The truth, however, is very different. Money itself does not create happiness, but money creates the space in your life where happiness can finally breathe. When you have money, you have time. And time is the foundation of peace. When you have time, you can think more clearly. You can plan your future. You can take care of your health. You can learn new things. You can work on personal growth. You can spend meaningful time with the people you love. But when you don't have money, you are always rushing. Rushing to the next job. Rushing to the next bill. Rushing to solve the next crisis. You never truly rest, even when you are lying down, because your mind is always stressed. A poor mind cannot think about dreams because it is too busy thinking about survival. Money gives you the ability to sleep with a calm heart. Money gives you the power to say yes to what helps you and no to what hurts you. Money gives you the strength to help your parents, support your children, take care of emergencies, and protect the people you love. Money gives you the opportunity to start businesses, take risks, travel, explore, and build things that poor people can only imagine from a distance. This is why the rich often get richer. They have freedom. Freedom to explore new ideas. Freedom to fail and try again. Freedom to invest in their future. The poor stay poor not because they are weak or lazy, but because they are stuck inside a survival cycle with no breathing space. Freedom is the greatest advantage a human can have, and money is the key that unlocks that freedom. So stop feeling guilty for wanting money. Wanting money is not greed. It is wisdom. It is responsibility. It means you want a better life for yourself and the people you love. It means you refuse to live in fear, and you choose to fight for a life where you can finally breathe, grow, and live with dignity. Lesson 2. Your mind must be rich. Before your wallet can be rich. Every rich person became rich in their mind long before they became rich in reality. Wealth does not start in the bank. It starts in your thinking. Your mindset shapes your decisions, your habits, and the actions you take every day. Poor people focus on small things. They worry about every penny, complain about prices, and think about what they cannot have. Rich people, on the other hand, focus on big things. They see possibilities where others see obstacles. They focus on creating value rather than cutting corners. They focus on opportunities rather than problems. They understand that their income is a reflection of their thinking, not just their hard work. If your thinking is weak, no amount of money can stay with you. This is why so many lottery winners, athletes, or sudden millionaires lose everything within a few years. Their minds were not prepared. Their habits were weak. Their environment encouraged distraction or negativity. Their discipline was zero. Money alone cannot make a person rich if their thinking is poor. To build lasting wealth, you must first build a strong, capable, and disciplined mind. Changing your mindset is not about dreaming without action. It is about becoming a builder, a learner, and a leader. It is about thinking long-term, not seeking instant gratification. It is about prioritizing growth over comfort. It is about seeing investments, opportunities, and possibilities even when others only see problems. A rich mindset is not about wanting luxury or showing off. It is about wanting control. It is about wanting choices. It is about choosing your future instead of letting life choose it for you. Ask yourself, are you thinking small or thinking big? Are you focused on excuses or on solutions? Are you spending hours complaining instead of planning? Are you working only for money, or are you building something that will pay you forever? The answers to these questions will reveal the state of your mind and the direction of your life. Your mind is the engine that drives your life. If the engine is weak, no matter how much fuel you pour in, the car will never go far. But if the engine is strong, every decision, every opportunity, and every action compounds into lasting results. Strengthen your mindset, train your thinking, and expand your vision. Build the mental strength to handle money, create wealth, and make smart choices. When your mind is rich, your wallet will inevitably follow. Lesson 3. You must escape the poor person's time trap. Most people live their lives trading time for money. This is the core reason why so many hardworking people remain poor. They believe that working longer hours will automatically bring them wealth. They clock in, clock out, and sacrifice their evenings, weekends, and even health to earn money that never seems to be enough. Meanwhile, the rich understand a simple but powerful truth. Rich people do not trade time for money. They trade money for time. They know that their ultimate goal is freedom. Freedom from constant work, freedom from stress, and freedom to live life on their own terms. Time is the most valuable resource we have. Unlike money, we cannot earn more of it. Every second we waste is gone forever. Yet poor people give away their time too easily. They spend years in jobs they do not love, doing repetitive tasks, following instructions, and sacrificing personal growth. They believe that the only way to make money is to sell hours of their life, and they forget that this is a trap that limits their future, their dreams, and their freedom. The truth is simple. If your income depends solely on your time, you will always struggle. Time is finite, but systems are not. A well-built system can generate income while you sleep. A smart investment can grow without your daily attention. A business, a digital product, or a scalable skill can create wealth even when you are not actively working. This is the difference between the rich and the poor. One group builds tools that work for them. The other group works constantly for a paycheck. Escaping the time trap requires vision, courage, and action. You must start creating things that can grow without needing your constant presence. Even small steps will compound over time. Start with a side business, a freelancing skill, a YouTube channel, or an online service. Learn a skill that is valuable and can generate passive or semi-passive income. Create digital products, invest in assets, or build a system that works automatically. Each small step may seem insignificant at first, but over months and years, it becomes a foundation for true freedom. Every minute you free from meaningless work is a minute you can invest in your growth, learning, and future. Every small system you build today is a step toward a life where your money works harder than you do. This is the ultimate secret to wealth. You do not need to be busy all the time. You need to be smart about how your time and money work together. Time is finite, but money, if properly leveraged, can multiply endlessly. True freedom comes when your money earns for you, not the other way around. Escape the trap of trading time for money, and your life will change forever. Lesson 4. Comfort is your biggest enemy. Most people are not broke because of a lack of opportunity. They are broke because of comfort. Comfort is deceptive. It feels safe, it feels pleasant, and it feels easy, but it quietly destroys your potential. Comfort makes people lazy. It makes them settle for a life that is smaller than what they are capable of. Comfort is why many people stay in low-paying jobs for years, believing that stability is more important than growth. Comfort makes people afraid to take risks. It makes them avoid learning new skills. Comfort whispers in their ear every day. It's okay, stay here. Don't try. Don't change. Don't challenge yourself. And most people listen, slowly allowing comfort to cage them in a life that is far below their true potential. But comfort is a trap, and you cannot build wealth while living in a trap. Every successful person has one thing in common. They did the uncomfortable things. They worked when others were resting. They learned when others were wasting time on entertainment or distractions. They invested when others were fearful. They sought growth when others were avoiding it. Every step outside comfort is a step toward freedom, toward wealth, toward independence. Comfort keeps you small. Discipline, courage, and hard work make you big. If you want money, if you want freedom, you must break your relationship with comfort. You must make discipline stronger than your desire for ease. Comfort is short-term pleasure but long-term pain. It feels good in the moment, but it quietly erodes your future. Discipline, on the other hand, feels difficult now but creates long-term results. Discipline builds wealth. Discipline builds health. Discipline builds respect. Discipline builds freedom. Every moment you choose to do the hard thing, you are investing in your future self. Every moment you avoid comfort, you are stepping closer to your dreams. When you feel tired, work a little more. When you feel scared, take one small step forward. When you feel unmotivated, remind yourself of the life you are trying to escape. The life of stress, lack, and limitation. Remember why you are doing this. Remember that comfort is dangerous. Comfort will keep you living a small life, while discipline will lead you to a life of power, freedom, and opportunity. True growth happens outside your comfort zone. Every time you push through fear, every time you stay up late to learn, every time you take a risk or make a sacrifice, you are building strength that money cannot buy. Comfort will make life feel easier now but harder later. Discipline will feel hard now but easier forever. The choice is always yours. Every action you take either strengthens your future or strengthens your prison. The rich understand this principle. They became rich not because life was easy, but because they refused to be comfortable. They embraced the hard work, the risk, the learning, and the sacrifice. If you want to achieve financial freedom, you must do the same. Comfort is your biggest enemy. Discipline, courage, and persistence are your path to freedom. Choose wisely, because the life you want is waiting on the other side of discomfort. Lesson 5. Learn skills that make money, not skills that waste time. The biggest difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is not luck, not intelligence, and not education. It is the type of skills they choose to learn. Some people spend years learning skills that entertain them, that make them feel good, or that help them survive day to day. They watch tutorials, play games, or learn hobbies without thinking about the long-term return. Others may learn skills that help them get by in life but never give them an edge. Winners, however, learn skills that create value and make them money. They understand that their income is a reflection of the abilities and knowledge they bring to the marketplace. Skills are not just tools. They are bridges to opportunity, freedom, and influence. The most valuable skills are those that open doors and create opportunities that others cannot access. Skills like communication, sales, writing, marketing, investing, coding, video editing, public speaking, leadership, and negotiation are not just practical. They are powerful. They allow you to generate income, build businesses, and influence people. These skills are evergreen. They will pay you for life because they can be applied in every economy, in every industry, and in every era. Unlike money, which can be spent or lost, skills are permanent assets. Every hour you invest in learning them compounds over time, just like investments in the stock market. Every year, the world changes. Technology evolves. Industries shift. Jobs that were highly paid yesterday may disappear tomorrow. If you do not grow your skills, you become replaceable. And when you are replaceable, you are underpaid, overlooked, and left behind. To earn more, to grow your wealth, and to gain influence, you must increase your value first. Not as a person, but as a professional. You must bring skills to the table that others cannot easily replace. When you do, opportunities will seek you. Doors that once were closed will open. People will trust you, follow you, and pay for your expertise. Learning valuable skills also builds confidence. Confidence allows you to take risks, negotiate better, present ideas clearly, and seize opportunities that others shy away from. Without these skills, you are dependent on chance, luck, or someone else's decision. With these skills, you control your life, your income, and your future. Every step you take to improve yourself professionally strengthens your independence. Remember this simple truth: skills give you power, and power gives you freedom. The richer your skill set, the richer your life can become. Learning skills that generate money is not a choice. It is a requirement for anyone who wants financial freedom. Do not waste your time on activities that only entertain or distract you. Focus on building skills that create value, generate income, and open doors to a future where you are in control. Your skill set is your ultimate investment, and the returns can last a lifetime. Start today. Learn with purpose and build the capabilities that will ensure your wealth, freedom, and lasting success. Lesson 6. Save money but don't worship. Saving money is important, but it is not a magic key to wealth. Many people grow up with the idea that being careful with money is enough to become rich. They believe that cutting expenses, avoiding small pleasures, and living a frugal life will automatically lead to financial freedom. They focus on pennies, obsess over discounts, and sometimes deprive themselves of even small joys, thinking this is the path to success. But saving has a limit. There is only so much you can save. No matter how careful you are, there is a ceiling to what frugality alone can achieve. You can reduce your expenses, but unless you increase your income, you will never reach true wealth. Wealth comes from earning more, not just spending less. Saving is defense, protecting you from emergencies, mistakes, and unexpected crises. Earning is offense, the engine that drives growth, opportunity, and freedom. Both are important, but offense wins the game. You cannot rely on saving alone. A bank account with a few saved dollars does not create independence. To become financially strong, your focus must shift toward increasing your income. Learn skills that pay more. Start side businesses. Invest in yourself and your future. When your income grows, your savings multiply naturally. When your income stagnates, no amount of frugality will make a difference. Yes, avoid wasteful spending. Yes, be responsible with your money. Yes, save for emergencies, unexpected expenses, and rainy days. But do not make saving your entire financial strategy. Saving without growth is like planting seeds in poor soil. You will never see the harvest. A small life is not better just because you saved a little money. True wealth comes from creating a life with strong income streams, smart investments, and opportunities to multiply your money. When your income is strong, saving becomes effortless. You do not need to sacrifice small joys for survival because you already have security. The goal is not to save money forever. The goal is to save enough so you can invest, grow, and multiply your wealth. Use saving as a foundation, not the destination. Use it as a tool to give yourself the freedom to take calculated risks, explore opportunities, and invest in ventures that can produce long-term growth. Saving should be a stepping stone toward a life where money works for you, not a cage that keeps you trapped in fear or scarcity. Financial freedom requires balance. Discipline in saving, combined with aggressive growth in income, creates power. Without earning more, saving alone leaves you small. Without saving, earning alone leaves you vulnerable. But when you combine both intelligently, you create a life where money is a tool, not a stressor. Remember this: saving is important, but wealth is built by growth, not just by holding on to what you already have. Learn to save wisely, but always focus on creating income, investing intelligently, and building a future where money multiplies for you. This is the mindset of the wealthy and the path to true freedom. Lesson 7. Invest early, invest consistently, invest wisely. You cannot work your way to wealth. No matter how many hours you put in, no matter how hard you grind, relying solely on your time will only take you so far. True wealth comes from making your money work for you, not the other way around. Money that sits idle in your hand slowly disappears. Money that sits in a regular bank account grows too slowly, often not keeping up with inflation. But money that is invested wisely has the potential to grow while you sleep, creating opportunities, freedom, and a future that cannot be earned through effort alone. Investing is not magic. It is simple mathematics applied with patience, strategy, and discipline. Time is the most powerful tool you have when it comes to wealth creation. Even small amounts invested consistently over months and years can turn into life-changing sums. The earlier you start, the greater the effect of compounding. Every dollar you invest today is like planting a seed that will grow into a tree, producing fruit year after year. Waiting too long or being indecisive can cost you decades of potential growth. There are many ways to invest your money, and the key is to choose wisely. You can invest in businesses that generate profits while you sleep, in stocks that compound over time, in real estate that appreciates and produces passive income, or in index funds that track the growth of the market. You can also invest in digital assets, online businesses, or even skills that increase your earning potential. Every investment has some level of risk, and that is why understanding, research, and calculated decisions are crucial. Risk is not something to fear. It is something to manage intelligently. The real danger is not taking any risks at all. Avoiding investment out of fear guarantees stagnation. Avoiding growth guarantees a life of limited opportunities. The rich understand that calculated risk is a necessity, not an option. They know that the difference between financial independence and financial struggle is not luck. It is action taken wisely over time. Poor people often avoid risks entirely, hoping to remain safe, and as a result, they pay the price with lost opportunities, limited growth, and delayed freedom. Investing consistently, even in small amounts, gradually builds wealth that outpaces inflation, outpaces your income from work, and eventually produces a life where money works harder than you do. Your money should be your employee. Every dollar should have a job, making more money, creating security, or generating freedom. If your money is not working, you will always be working. You will always be trading time for money, trapped in the cycle that prevents growth and independence. But if you invest wisely, start early, and remain disciplined, your wealth will begin to work for you, producing freedom, choice, and opportunities beyond what hard work alone could ever create. Investing is not optional if you want to live life on your terms. It is essential. Start now, invest consistently, and invest wisely, because the future you desire is built on the decisions you make today. Lesson 8. Build multiple streams of income. Relying on a single source of income is one of the biggest risks you can take in life. One job, one client, or one skill may seem enough today, but it is fragile. Life is unpredictable. Economies change, companies downsize, industries evolve. If your whole life depends on one income, you are vulnerable. One mistake, one unexpected event, or one downturn can destroy your stability overnight. This is why building multiple streams of income is not optional. It is essential for financial security and long-term freedom. A wealthy person never relies on only one source of income. They have a main source that provides stability, but they also build several smaller streams that support and multiply their wealth. These secondary streams act as safety nets, ensuring that even if one income disappears, the others continue to flow. Over time, the compounding effect of multiple income streams can accelerate wealth far beyond what a single job or skill could ever achieve. Wealth is never about luck. It is about creating layers of value that generate money consistently and reliably. Today, the opportunities to build additional income streams are more abundant than ever before. The internet has created endless possibilities for anyone willing to take initiative. You can freelance your skills online, sell digital products, teach courses, create content, provide services, invest in assets, or run a side business. You can start small with minimal resources and scale over time. Every skill you learn, every project you start, and every investment you make can become a new stream of income. The key is not to put all your eggs in one basket, but to diversify strategically. Each additional source of income increases your financial resilience, your freedom, and your options in life. Do not wait to start. Even a small side income can snowball into something significant over time. Every extra dollar you earn outside your main job is another building block of freedom. It allows you to invest, to take risks, and to create opportunities that would otherwise be impossible. It reduces your dependency on a single source and increases your confidence, independence, and control over your life. Multiple income streams are not just about money. They are about choice. They give you the power to say yes to what matters and no to what doesn't. They give you security and peace of mind. Every successful person understands that financial freedom is built, layer by layer. No one became wealthy relying on only one income. They leveraged multiple streams, sometimes dozens, to create a safety net and to accelerate growth. Each income stream is like a branch of a tree. Even if one branch is broken, the tree continues to grow, strong and resilient. So take action today. Identify your main source of income and then ask yourself, what can I add? What skill, service, or investment can generate money alongside my main job? Build something that pays while you build something else. Diversify intelligently. Multiply your income streams. With each new source, you gain more power, more security, and more freedom. Multiple streams of income are not just a strategy. They are a mindset, a habit, and a lifestyle. The more streams you build, the closer you get to true financial independence. Lesson 9. You must commit to wealth with your whole heart. You cannot become rich by accident. Wealth is never accidental. It is never the result of luck, chance, or wishful thinking. You cannot become wealthy with half-hearted effort, small goals, or fleeting motivation. You cannot build a life of freedom while trying to please everyone else, following the crowd, or waiting for approval. Wealth demands full commitment. It requires a mindset that is laser-focused, a heart that is fully invested, and a spirit that refuses to quit. Wealth requires sacrifice, discipline, and the willingness to endure discomfort for the sake of a greater reward. If you truly want to be wealthy, you must want it with everything you have. You must wake up early when others are still sleeping. You must stay late when others have already quit. You must dedicate yourself to learning every day, to improving your skills, to expanding your mind, and to building the kind of life that others only dream about. You must avoid distractions that steal your time and energy. You must stay away from useless entertainment that adds nothing to your growth. You must distance yourself from negative people who drain your energy, from toxic habits that hold you back, and from laziness that slowly kills your potential. Every moment you spend half-heartedly is a moment lost in the race toward freedom. This journey will not be easy. The path to wealth is challenging, demanding, and filled with obstacles. There will be moments of doubt, fatigue, and fear. You will face setbacks, criticism, and failures along the way. But every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The discomfort you feel today is the foundation for your success tomorrow. Money is not only about luxury or status, it is about freedom, the ability to make your own choices. It is about respect, earning it through skill, action, and achievement. It is about dignity, security, and the peace that comes from knowing your family is protected and your future is safe. Wealth allows you to live life on your own terms, to pursue your purpose, and to provide for the people you love. Do not settle for small dreams. Do not accept a life of mediocrity, limitations, or constant financial stress. Do not live paycheck to paycheck, waiting for someone else to decide your fate. Work for the life you truly want, not the life you have been given. Your future self is waiting for you. Stronger, richer, freer. Your success story is waiting for you, ready to be written by your actions today. Your freedom is waiting for you, ready to be claimed by your commitment, focus, and persistence. To achieve this, you must commit fully. Commit to wealth. Commit to growth. Commit to building a future that reflects your potential. Commit to the sacrifices, the discipline, and the relentless pursuit of freedom. Because at the core of life, there is one simple truth. Money equals freedom, and freedom is the most valuable thing you can ever possess. Every choice you make today, every action you take, and every effort you invest will either move you closer to that freedom or keep you trapped in limitation. You choose wisely. Commit fully. Your life, your freedom, and your future depend on it. The final message. Your future is in your hands. In the end, everything comes down to one simple truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Not the government, not society, not your friends, not even your family. Your future is your responsibility. Your freedom is your responsibility. Your financial strength is your responsibility. Money will not magically appear. Wealth will not suddenly fall into your hands. Freedom will not walk to your door. But all of these can be created. By you, step by step, decision by decision, habit by habit. The world rewards the person who takes control. The world opens doors for the person who is disciplined. The world respects the person who builds themselves. When you choose to focus, to grow, to grind, to learn, and to keep pushing, no matter how slow, your life begins to change. Your confidence rises. Your opportunities increase. Your vision expands. And your future becomes brighter than ever. As I always say on English Achieve, 1 year of discipline can put you 10 years ahead. One good habit can replace 100 bad ones. One investment can change your family's future. One brave decision can change your destiny. But you must act. You must decide. You must commit. Start today. Start now. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Build the life you want. Build the freedom you deserve. Because in this world, money equals power, choice, opportunity, and freedom. And freedom is everything.